The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
It's time. It's time for
coffee time.
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 And here is your coffee time crew.
Well, good Tuesday morning, everyone. It is New Year's Eve, y'all, end of 2024. So anyway, welcome to Coffee Time with Blind United. Welcome back. And this morning we got Miss Carol with us. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning, everyone.
My brother George. How you doing, George?
I'm doing good, thank you. Feliz Navidad, todos.
And then my other brother, Pedro. Good morning, sir.
Buenos días, everybody. Feliz Año Nuevo.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. There you go.
Yeah, that's what you meant to say, George.
Well, why y'all figure out?
George.
So can I ask you real quick, Mr. Davis, because if everyone listening has been with us through the beginning of this year, and we're going into our 1 year anniversary pretty soon, but overall, Mr. Davis and Miss Carol and Pedro, what do you think we've done so good so far with Blind United? I mean, in a, I guess like a cap over or over cap of 2024.
In our production side,
everything. I mean, because we've done good, right? I mean, we've grown. I've seen that. I've seen the audience has grown, the outreach has grown.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah,
So
we have grown. You're right. From every quarter to next quarter, I've seen doubling up. You know, past every quarter we get around almost just baselining around 8,000 views.
I wouldn't doubt
know?
it. Mm-hmm.
You know, so we're growing like that. We have expanded some of our horizons. You know, especially like for Ed, he actually has been learning more. So, hey, that saying you can't teach an old dog new tricks is a whole lie, man.
Yeah, Mr. David. I think Mr. David could start teaching the AI class now. To be honest with you.
Well, I'm definitely going to be more involved with it. That's for sure.
But I know what I mean by this, folks who are listening and watching is, you know, when Mr. Davis came up with this idea, you know, first year was 7 days, and I'm like, yeah, and then he went back to 5 days, and then, but you know, what's cool is seeing, you know, Oregon, people were commenting from Oregon, from Idaho, so I think that's really neat. And then the topics that we cover, it's all over the place, but with the intention of, you know, for our blind community, right? But it's really cool. I thank you for letting me be part of this ride, because I'm looking forward for 2025.
Well, I was sitting there thinking this morning, I got a new slogan: "We will thrive in 25."
Amen to that.
Nice.
Now, is that despite Project 2025? Okay, never mind. Well, that's another subject in this house.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic. So, anybody got any special New Year's Eve plans?
I'm actually just gonna be ducking bullets and trying to stay somewhere safe.
Yeah, Texas is doing it big over there.
That's the first time I've heard that.
You gonna make a pallet under the dining room table, Carol?
No, I'm gonna get inside the dryer.
Oh my goodness!
I thought you were gonna say I want to go with my kids. I want to go this. No, I'm gonna duck bullets.
Wow.
So I get inside the dryer every year and just pray that don't nothing come through the roof.
Wow.
You know,
because no matter what they say, they still shooting. And I
Yes.
don't get that.
Yes.
That's crazy.
well, in the open carry state, what you expect?
Right. True.
Even if you have a permit, you still not supposed to just shoot at nothing.
Well, they shooting at the stars. They shooting at the moon.
Yeah. You know what? In Texas, Mr. David, even the cockroaches have guns. That's how bad we are over here.
You would think since they got open land, they would set up a wood or hit a tree instead of just letting off straight in the air. You know what I mean? You gotta think
Right.
about
But you know
what you're
what,
doing.
Miss Carol, by you saying that, just to give you a quick, you know, the history of Juarez and El Paso, back in I want to say 2012, 2011, when the cartel was really bad in Juarez, there was
Right.
actually footage or a picture evidence of bullets hitting our city hall. At that time,
Oh
our city hall was
wow.
like maybe 15 feet or 15 stories tall, and yeah, there are bullet holes in the side of the building.
That's
So
crazy.
that's crazy. Yep. But
Maybe I should
not
have.
a. Go ahead, sir.
No, I was gonna say maybe I should have done a stat on that. I mean, because even though I did participate when I was younger,
I
whatever,
did too. Yeah.
I did too. I did too.
you know, you got to think about it this way. Yeah, you shooting up in the air, okay, oh, I ain't gonna hurt nobody. I'm shooting in the air. Well, then bullets got to come back down, and
And
they're
that's where,
actually
yeah.
coming down faster than they went up.
And I was
You know,
ignorant back then. You're right, Mr. I was,
you
young and
know.
stupid. So,
So I was wondering, like I said, maybe I should have did a stat on, how many injuries have occurred due to, people shooting in the air on New
I
yeah.
Year's
did
Eve.
I did some flyers where I'm like, let us live to see the next year. And I had put them on everybody's door. You can't put it in the mailbox, so I put them on, like the door with some tape. But it doesn't stop anybody from shooting. I don't mind the fireworks, I really don't, as long as you're not shooting your rocket towards my house. But the gunshots going up. Like you say, it comes down faster, and people don't realize how many people get killed
well,
just
that's
from a
it's,
bullet hitting
yeah, yeah.
a
Just think about that.
window or a roof coming.
Or you're
I
out there
mean,
partying with your family, you get hit. So, yeah, yeah, I hear you.
yeah, I mean, just so many different things. I mean, you could, who you shoot up in the air, it could come down miles away, but it's coming back down. Trust and believe.
Well, must go up, must come down, right?
Yeah, depending on the angle that you go up with. Well, hey, maybe if you could just go straight up and it comes straight back down and hit you and fall out of it,
Right. Well,
right? So,
they're not deterred by the
but
money. They say you can have a year to 10 years in jail. But the way that they do it is like catch me if you can.
No, you're
yeah,
right, Miss Carol. And not only
pretty
that,
much.
a lot of times, they get caught, these criminals, and they know that, oh, I'm good. I'll get away. And I'll never forget this when I first started the courses in criminal justice. Our professor, Dr. Graves, here at UTEP, may he rest in peace, he said, guys, never forget this your whole career. Criminal justice, exactly what it is, justice for criminals. I never believed that. I never understood that. Now I understand that, sometimes the criminals have more rights than we do.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I'd like an example of that.
For example, if an officer goes in, he showed it the perfect example. There was a search and seizure or search warrant. They went in looking for something, and the officer happened to turn the TV around and saw the number, the serial number, and that was a stolen TV. But yet the officer was going to charge the stolen property, but he couldn't because the way he moved it was not in plain sight. So if he moved the TV, it actually encroached on the defendant's rights, and therefore he could not be charged with stolen property.
Right. I mean, I get that, but I'm trying to figure out how does that align with criminal justice. I mean, bottom line, there's laws and guidelines for everything.
Of course, but criminal justice laws, penal codes are encoded or part of the criminal justice system. If it's if it's from the penalty part or the imprisonment part or whatever, but when it starts in the streets, no matter what, right? No matter what the crime is, if it's murder or trafficking or whatever it is, it starts
Well,
in the
like I
street.
seen it, so I seen a thing the other day. It was, these guys, they went into a house. They had a warrant, a probation warrant for a guy. He had left, his state and went to go visit his sister. So they got information that he was at his sister's house, and they obtained a warrant for him, right?
Yeah.
So they came and they kicked the door in and all that stuff. They was wrong because they didn't have a warrant to come in the house. They had no idea that he was in the house. They did not know whether the people there knew that he was wanted. All this kind of stuff. You don't understand what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So bottom line, yeah, they got him, right? But at the same time, they end up getting sued for $1 million because they illegally entered these people's home without a search warrant.
Did
Oh,
you see that
wow.
story in New York, Mr. Davis? I just heard about this. Well, I heard a little bit, but this morning it came on NPR News about those correctional officers beating that black man, literally on film, on
Yeah,
their body cam.
yeah, in one of the prison, one
Yeah,
of the and why with two sergeants and somebody else standing by
yeah,
watching,
exactly, exactly.
you
That's
know.
kind of wow. It tells you a lot, you know.
Well, I mean, once you get behind them walls, it's anything could happen. I'm
I
being
bet.
honest, anything could happen,
Hmm.
But I mean, even in there, there's got rules like folks are, I'm full disclosure, I've been locked up. So I remember one time down in San Diego in a facility down there. This guy was sitting there and he was in the chow hall. He was eating his plate and whatever. And the CO came up and wanted him to leave. He said, "Man, I'm not done eating." And the CO grabbed his plate. Dude got up and fired on him,
Oh, really?
Ooh,
knocked him all the way up against the wall. He went sliding across the chair, you
wow.
know. But bottom line, he got away because the CO had no business touching his tray. He was still eating his meal. There's no time limit on how long you can sit there to eat your meal.
Okay. Oh, there
Really?
isn't.
No,
Okay.
no. I mean, certain places it is, but this particular place it was not. So.
Okay.
But I mean, again, it's just like anybody else's rights. The coding, the penal codes, and all this stuff. These laws are created to protect our civil rights.
Right.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's just the justice system. You as a criminal justice, your job is to, in essence, find loopholes in the justice system to get your criminal off.
You're right. No, that's what you capitalized it there, sir. That's true. At the end of the day, you're right. No matter what, and then that so if you have a good lawyer, hey, so you're right.
Right, right. I mean, you need a good defense attorney. I mean, those that get them, they get off. Those that can't afford them, they get locked up. Because public defenders ain't gonna fight for you. That's for sure.
So, well, talking about the crime, the trial of the century until up till now, I guess. O.J. Simpson. Do you think he did it?
I myself personally, no, but I do believe that he watched it.
Okay. Okay.
I do
Well,
believe he was there to watch it. He was not there physically in the action, but he was parked out front watching it happen.
okay. In other words, he contracted it out, so to speak,
Set it up.
or set it up.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right. I mean, I think his what was it the dude Al, his best buddy.
Oh yeah, the running back. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it was
Marcus
him
Allen.
and him and no Marcus.
Was it Marcus Allen? Wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Marcus Allen.
No, it
Marcus
wasn't
Allen was
Marcus
a
Allen.
Raider.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the Chiefs.
Al somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Al
anyway,
Sharpton.
he. Lord,
I know.
anyway, but I think my personal opinion, I think it was him and OJ's son.
That's what I heard too. The son. That's what I've heard too.
They
So
also have a video of
Al
the
Cowan,
Kardashians. Oh, out what?
Al
Calvin.
Cowan,
Yeah,
Callan.
you're
Oh, okay.
right. Yeah, that was his name.
That was his best
Yeah.
buddy. When Hertz
Ooh, you
gave
got a
him a
good memory,
Bronco,
Al.
when he gave OJ a Bronco, he got one for Al.
But he was a
Okay.
football player too, right? He was a
Yeah,
running back or
yeah,
something like that.
he played with OJ at Buffalo
That's right. Okay.
for the Bills.
They were showing a video online, and it was the where the cops were at and all that. They had already hit the scene at what was the lawyer Kim Kardashian's dad?
Yeah,
My God, I forgot his
I
name.
forget his name.
Caitlyn
Sharpen?
Jenner. No, but
No,
his real name. No, he goes by Caitlyn now. But
Oh,
It wasn't
the
Tannenbaum.
no,
Bruce
the
Bruner.
Jenner.
Bruce Jenner.
Yeah.
No, Bruce
Well,
Jenner. Bruce Jenner was the dude that did the
Olympics.
bicycling. Yeah, he was a bicycle rider. That he was a
no,
family
no, I
member.
know.
But
I'm not saying. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying he was there. He pulled up, in the video, and they show him like with a bag getting in his car, and the cops was right there looking at the crime scene and stuff. But I think he would have like one of the ladies was distraught or something like that, and they were showing him and taking a bag, and they said that cops never ended checking that bag out, and they think probably they had evidence right there, something like that. It's a video online, it's a video.
It's
Right, right,
AI.
So
right,
hey, one of them deep fakes. That's what people are gonna start blaming
Yep. Yes,
certain
sir.
things, guys. Y'all been watching. I know y'all heard about deep fakes, and deep fakes for those that don't know that are watching is AI generated videos that look strikingly like perfect, but from in that standpoint view, that's what it is. But what I'm trying to go to is that people that do horrific crimes or things like that, or they're starting to blame deep fake videos. That wasn't me. That was a deep fake, and this is starting to happen like within our like our politics and other spaces also. And people are
Well,
blaming
wasn't that
deep fake.
one of the things they were scared of, Pedro, was this cycle, the election cycle, that that stuff was going to come out from Russia and China and regarding like
Hmm.
Biden or even Trump, and so I mean it just it just you never know with AI, right? Now when it's oh, remember they had that thing about Biden. Wasn't it like an
Hmm.
audio clip or something that he was calling people
Yeah.
and say don't vote for this or something like that?
Hmm.
And they
Hmm.
said it was AI generated. So I mean,
Yeah,
just
it was. It was
Well,
well,
old boy
members
did
that
it
were
You
too
got to
watching.
when it
prove
came
it.
to. Old boy did it too when it came to what's her name?
That
The
model.
no, the rock star, the hip pop singer. What's her name? The female.
Taylor Swift.
Rihanna,
Uh, Taylor
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 Swift,
Swift.
Swift.
Yeah,
Taylor
yeah,
Swift. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
He did an AI generated thing where she was supposed to be endorsing him. She
Oh,
said,
that's right.
"Oh,"
That's
she
right.
and
Hmm.
that's when she said, "Oh no, I need to set the record straight."
Well, this is off topic. We're kind of going where we said earlier, Mr. David. I just need to ask. I love history, right? Any parts of it. Did you see the actual riots in L.A. after the verdict? Were you there in L.A. or not?
I was not in LA, but I did. Of course, I seen it all over the news. I talked to a lot of people in the city. I still had vision at the time. I had moved to San Bernardino by then.
Okay. Did you see the
Just
aftermath?
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wow. Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
With the
seen all of
riots and
the
everything.
yeah, I seen all
Hmm.
of the urban reconstruction as well. I mean, I know a lot of people got jobs with the urban reconstruction from the stuff that got tore up.
Oh
Now,
wow.
could you see Pedro back then?
Yeah.
Were
I
you
was
in that
small.
area?
Yeah. I was like, what? Let's see. I was like 9, I think. But I remember stores were burning and it was crazy. We were not going out at night. I remember we were going somewhere and the people were shooting in the air and stuff like that.
Oh
I
wow.
remember that.
So now
Yeah, like
let's be clear, George. You talking about the Watts riot or the LA riot?
No, the LA riots. No, the Watts
Okay,
fire was back in the 60s, wasn't it?
65.
65.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You were
Yeah.
part of
Year after
those
I was
too. That's
born.
right. I
Yeah.
forgot.
But I never understood why are you burning up your community just to make a scene.
Right?
Well,
It doesn't help anything.
because it wasn't black owned, baby.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
plus
That's
they
what
were
it
trying to
was.
push to Beverly Hills, and the cops were ordered to keep them from the white neighborhoods. So they
Yeah.
made like a line, like a green line, meaning they came past this, keep them on that side. And
And
people
during the
were already
Watts
heated
riot,
energy.
now during the Watts riots, they went store to store and they put black X's on the black owned businesses. They never got touched.
Mm.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Mm.
Oh, wow. I did
Like
not know
Market for
that.
Christ when
Yep.
the biblical story had you put blood on your door.
Yep. They were basically putting a black X on the building and when it was a black owned building, a black owned business.
Oh, I did not. See, folks. Hey, like you
And
always
all
say,
that
Mr.
stuff
Davis,
you don't hear.
know your history. No, you're right.
You
Right. I
know.
didn't know that.
But
Well,
I mean, it was more centralized in Watts, where L.A. riots it spread all over.
Hmm.
I mean, like we was talking last night, George. L.A. County is a big county.
yes, yes, it is.
So I mean, just because it was focusing, basically on South Central, it was stuff going on all over L.A., Inglewood, Hawthorne, Gardena. You know what I'm saying? It was everywhere.
I
Like,
think Pedro said something about he had an incident. Didn't you, Pedro? Where the cops took your weed or something, or took something from you?
Oh yeah, but that happens. The cops were always, you know, the cops sometimes they'll be like, oh, they break your blunt, they put it in their pocket, they
yeah,
take
that
your
part.
ounce and put it away. They do that. You know, and and then there's the darker side, the ones that sell weapons and stuff like that, and it
Yeah.
happens.
Well,
So
look at old
we're
boy that got busted at that down there in Rampart. You know what I'm saying? He was
uh,
literally stealing weapons and drugs out of the evidence locker
Yep.
and selling them in the streets.
that happens.
Yeah,
That happens. Out
And
of
you're
their own
telling me, Mr.
cars and stuff like that.
You're telling Mr. David that the movie Training Day really is really
Yeah,
on the officer?
yeah, that dude was
training
real.
day is real.
Okay.
Dude was real. He was in the jungle.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that was his. He used to come through there, the jungle, and terrorize, man. I'm telling you.
Well, there's
So
that line that's been famous that it was. I was watching I don't know if it's a documentary on the movie, but they were saying that that line that Denzel Washington said that King Kong don't have on me. That was all improvised, but they kept it in the movie. So
well, it may have been. Of course, that incident never happened in
no,
the
of
jungle the
course,
way
yeah, yeah.
that way. But
'Cause I
but
try
then
using that with my wife, but she don't. She just laughs at me. So I don't know why she does
so
that.
but yeah, no, he was real. And that wasn't his name either. I can't remember what his name was, but bottom line, there was a L.A. County. I mean, not county, but LAPD detective, and he terrorized in the hood there. He really did.
He's in prison now, right?
Uh,
Or is he
I
dead?
I think he's dead.
Oh, is he dead
Yeah,
already?
he's dead.
Yeah, I
Okay.
He's
think he's
dead.
dead.
They really did kill him like they did in the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
But I mean,
Okay.
they've had them all over, George. I mean, there was a L.A. County sheriff out in L.A. In Watts that they used to call Blondie. Man, Blondie used to terrorize when they. Oh shit, here come Blondie. Let's go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he rode around in his sheriff car. Man, he just didn't take no mess. So, but yeah, no. Again, LAPD and the let's go here. I mean, I understand, that we need law enforcement. I mean, law enforcement, their job is to keep us safe. The problem is they become part of their own little gang. And, so you got good ones, you got bad ones, and then you're trying to find a way to call the good ones good when they stand by and watch the bad ones do what they do,
Well, look at with George
Yeah,
Floyd, right?
yeah. Plus,
you
plus,
know.
there's a big scandal happening. They have gangs within the sheriffs and LAPD now.
Yeah,
So they got actual gangs within their own
Oh, really?
ranks and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah.
Well, cause
They even
It's a
advertised a
big
show. I
scandal
don't.
right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
Mr.
Go
as an
ahead.
example, yeah, go ahead, Carol, because we
I
cut
was
you
just
off.
talking about like Chicago PD. I don't know if y'all have ever watched that, but Chicago PD has this officer called Voight, and he's a bad cop, but a good cop. You know what I'm saying? He's in the community with gangs and everything, but it's based on something true that's happening. It happens
Right,
all over the world.
right,
true.
right.
Yeah, it's some
Uh,
great cops, but a lot of cops don't do the right thing.
Amen. Yeah,
well,
you're right.
I know I was talking to a guy one time, L.A. County Sheriff, and I was asking him. I said, "Man, why is it so many, excuse my language, asshole sheriffs, deputies in the county jail, in the system there, working the county jail?" He said, "Ed," he said, "here's what's going on." He said, "You have sergeants in the county jail, sergeants and seniors. They've done their time on the street and they just want to chill for the rest of their career, right? Until they retire. Then you got the assholes that could not make it on the streets. So they put them in there to limit the liability of what their actions, right? Okay. Then you have all the rookies coming out of the academy. They have to work in the county jail for a year. And those bad cops, they end up influencing the rookies, the trainees.
Oh, okay.
And
How to push the limits.
they're being inducted into the gangs within the system. in that instance. You understand what I'm saying? So when they hit the streets, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna fall in line with their people.
And that, well, and I think overall, not to, well, let me say this. Well, like my cousin, I have a few members of family or officers, current and retired, but they always say, George, you don't understand the stress that we go through. Like, for example, walking up to a suicide, or walking up to a child that was killed by his mom, or a child killed by dogs. That's
Mm-hmm.
our life. That's our everyday life. So, and I can understand that. The stress level of every day. You don't know what you're going to encounter.
I mean, I get it
Yeah,
too.
they're
I
the
mean,
first ones on the
again,
scene, so they're privy to a lot of that, and keeping your cool and not dealing with it right there sometimes eats you up inside, you know.
And
But you know what
then
I've seen too,
Going
Pedro?
over and over doing it, man, it could beat somebody up. So
Yeah.
it's understandable.
and
well,
generally
plus
with the
they
rookie,
only human
I'm
in
sorry.
certain situations. I'm sorry,
Hmm.
Kev, but in certain situations, they're human. You know what I'm saying? They can get caught up in their emotions just like anybody else. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I mean, we want to hold them to a higher standard because of their their what they can authority they have, right? They can arrest people, whatever, shoot people, all this other kind of stuff, right? But so we want to hold them to a higher standard. But again, they are just human beings, man. If they see something that's just horrific to them, who knows? I mean, I look at this one guy, he was killed, I'm thinking maybe 5, 6 years ago at the most, maybe a little bit longer. But he started the Challengers Boys and Girls Club in LA, right? All publicly funded, not publicly funded, privately funded. You know what I'm saying? He was
Get
got
your
donations.
clothes ready, Chloe.
Uh, well, this is live.
What
but
happened?
anyway, but anyway, he was still working as a LAPD, and then he was on the what is that what the special task force that went after people with warrants and stuff. But anyway, he had responded to a domestic dispute thing, right? He ended up getting killed.
Yeah.
You know what
It's
I'm
like my
saying?
cousin's husband, Mr. Davis. He was at that time when this story came out. He was already that's 15, 16 years, and he was a homicide detective. But when the massacre happened here in Walmart, where the 23 people died, my cousin told me that really affected her husband. That really, really, I mean, seeing all the bloodshed and smells and all that,
Yeah,
she said that really touched him a lot.
yeah, yeah. So it, I mean, it can get bad, real bad, real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Some people are
Well,
just
So,
not
You want to
ready for
cut to a
that,
break?
though. Honestly.
yeah, we can go ahead and get the commercials out the way, and then we can get into this first article. It's going to be pretty quick.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United. You can go to customcane.com. That's custom with a K, guys. And what Custom Cane does is they sell cane and cane accessories. It's like Burger King. You can have it your way. You can get a pink cane, a blue cane, a rainbow cane, a Broncos cane, a Chargers cane, a cane with the Braille alphabet, a cane with your name on it. Whatever you want, whatever type of handle you want, whatever type of tip you want. If you want an aircraft aluminum cane, if you want an all-terrain cane, telescoping cane, any type of cane, Custom Cane has it.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on so people don't accuse us of being cop bashers. But anyway, let's check out this first
Do
article.
we have any comments?
No, I'm trying to find. I'm trying to. I don't see any yet. Hold on. I just we'll do this article while I look.
Okay.
Go ahead with that first one, Pedro, please.
Today on Coffee Time, a breakthrough in treating obstructive sleep apnea. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has announced a groundbreaking approval, Zepbound, tirzepatide, as the first prescription medication for managing moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea, OSA, in adults with obesity. This development introduces a much-needed pharmacological option to a condition that has long relied on traditional therapies. Understanding obstructive sleep apnea, OSA. OSA is a common sleep disorder that interrupts breathing due to the collapse of throat muscles during sleep. These interruptions reduce oxygen levels and fragment sleep, leading to daytime fatigue and other health complications. OSA affects approximately 12% of adults in the United States, though many cases remain undiagnosed. Introducing Zepbound, tirzepatide. Initially developed for type 2 diabetes, Zepbound is a dual-action glucose-dependent insulinotropic polypeptide, GP, and glucagon-like peptide, 1, GLP-1, receptor agonist. It reduces appetite and caloric intake, aiding in weight loss, a key factor in managing OSA. Clinical trial success. FDA approval was based on robust clinical trials with 469 participants diagnosed with moderate to severe OSA and obesity. Key outcomes included fewer breathing interruptions, a significant reduction in apnea-hypopnea events per hour, indicating better oxygen flow during sleep. Improved sleep quality, enhanced sleep structure, and reduced daytime sleepiness led to improved overall well-being. What Zepbound means for patients. Prior to Zepbound, OSA treatment options included lifestyle changes, continuous positive airway pressure, CPAP, therapy, and surgical procedures. Zepbound provides a new avenue for patients who struggle with CPAP intolerance. Seek a medication-based approach to manage their condition. Important considerations. Who is eligible? Zepbound is approved for adults with a BMI greater than or equal to 30 and moderate to severe OSA. Potential side effects. Common effects include nausea, diarrhea, and appetite suppression. Combination therapy. Early studies suggest that using Zepbound alongside CPAP therapy could offer enhanced outcomes for some patients. A milestone in OSA management. The approval of Zepbound signals a significant shift in how obstructive sleep apnea is treated, addressing both sleep disruptions and obesity in a single therapy. This innovative approach gives patients and providers a versatile tool to combat a challenging condition. Are you or someone you know impacted by OSA? What are your thoughts on this new treatment option? Let's dive into the conversation. Now, back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
So let me get to these comments first before I address this article. Monica said good morning, and she wants to know when is your pole dancing class scheduled on the new schedule, George?
Oh, I have to wait to get the baby oil, but I can't seem to find any. So
Okay. Oh, damn. So then,
Morning, Monica.
and then Gloria, she was actually my Braille instructor when I was in training center. She says, "Happy New Year, good morning to everybody." And then
Morning, Gloria.
my brother Daniel in Idaho, he's also I'm sorry, Iowa. I apologize. He's also listening, and he says good morning. So.
the
Morning,
Hawkeyes.
Daniel.
But anyway, I mean, I brought this article in because I deal with this. I have sleep apnea.
Do you sleep with
I
the pap smear machine?
Yes, and I'm tired of wearing it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it helps, but it's not comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you imagine you got a mask strapped to your face with a hose that's going to a machine. You know
No,
what I'm
sure.
saying?
Mm.
Me, I move around, I roll over, sleep on the right side, left side, whatever. And every time I do that, I literally have to untangle the hose from my body.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, and then I'm being honest, the side effect of this is also what the weight loss thing, and I'm dealing with, especially since COVID, and they say most people are now on the obesity side of things,
Yes, sir.
so hey, I'm just looking at this as a way for me personally to hopefully be able to stop having to wear the CPAP, you know, as well as lose some weight, man. Because
Did you say CPAT? I thought it was Pat smear.
No, George.
if
That's what
that's what you
women
thought,
do.
why'd you say it the right way the first time?
I did say Pat smear the first time.
No,
No,
you
you
said
didn't.
CPAP.
Did I? No, I did say Pat smear. I always say Pat smear.
Okay,
You know, the
it's
weird
your
thing is,
story, Watch.
now that I'm blind, I'm mixing everything up. I want to sleep in the day, and I'm up
I've
at
heard of that.
night,
Isn't that twenty four
and
seven, Miss
Yeah,
that's
Karen?
that's what I've heard. Yeah, and I'm like, they say since it's darkness everywhere.
that's the 924 syndrome.
Is that what it is? Okay, I've heard because
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine one time, and I didn't believe him. Right, he were in class, and he started snoring away. I mean, he was completely blind, and the teacher got mad at him. He goes, "Well, I have that 24/7." I'm like, "What is that?" And that's okay. So because your brain doesn't know the chemicals, and your brain don't know when
Mm,
to fire. You know.
right, because darkness, we rely on being awake through the light time, and we know to go to sleep. That melatonin just tells us to go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
And now I'm flipped because I'm dark all the time.
Right. Well, see, and what it just for those listening in and may not understand what we're talking about. So there's a internal clock in your body, and it actually kind of operates on the sensors within your vision. Where when you see light, daylight, whatever, what I'm saying, it knows you're supposed to be up, moving around, doing what you do, right? And then when the sun goes down, that's when it starts releasing your natural melatonin, and then you start getting sleepy. Well, because we no longer see that light, our brain is constantly re- releasing the natural melatonin, and that's what makes us want to lay down in the daytime.
Okay, at least I hope my wife is hearing that, so I can tell her when I go to sleep in the daytime. So
Well, you just lazy, George.
hey, don't say that. I want to have an excuse.
There's nothing wrong with a nap, George.
So
Well, no. In Mexico, there's a tradition where, and I didn't believe it. My grandma was telling me that in Mexico, some businesses close from 2 to 3 or 2 to 4, and they call it the fiesta because they go take a
well,
nap.
they do it in Spain as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, they do it in Spain. They literally close. I think it's from 11 to 1 or something like that, or 1 or 2. Businesses. I mean, schools, kids go home, take a nap, all that stuff.
That's a good one. That's my kind of community right there.
You know what I'm
I'm a
No,
saying?
fan of
but
the nap.
you think about it, and taking that nap gets you regenerated, so you could go and learn more, or be more productive. Also, have y'all heard of the 4 day work week trying to do?
Yeah, I heard it.
What
They did it here in El
people
Yeah,
are,
I've
Paso.
heard of it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
What
I'm
do you
good with it.
guys?
410s. I'm good with 410s.
They have it here.
yeah. When I was at the
Yeah,
Borderplex, I would work Monday to Thursday from 7. I think it was 7 to 7, and then Friday I was off, or 6:30, something like that. But anyways, it was
Well, but
cool.
see,
hmm
let's be clear, George. 7 to 7. That's 12
No,
hours.
that's what I'm saying. I think it was 7 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
But you had your breaks in there.
Yes, and my hour lunch. Hmm.
Right. So you had your hour lunch, and then your like I say, every 2 hours you got to get at least a 15-minute break.
Or
You
half
know
an
what I'm
hour,
saying?
depends.
Well, it depends on the company. But I'm also cool. I'm also cool with 312s. See, a lot of people work 312s, and then they have 4 days off.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they
like
don't
what the
get the
nurses
true
do, right?
benefits that they
Yeah,
need, right?
a lot of nurses work 312s. I'm sorry, Kel. Yeah, a lot of nurses work 312s. So technically, they're only working 36 hours, but
Mm-hmm.
they're also on salary.
Yes.
You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So I mean, they get a
Oh,
base pay. I mean, I knew one lady. She 12-hour shift. She made $1,200. I mean, not 1,200, but over $600
Oh, really? Oh,
in a
wow.
12-hour shift. You know.
So you're saying someone that is paid by salary can maybe do like, let's say, 4 days, 10 hours, and be off 3 days, if allowed, and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah. A lot of salary folks. I mean, but see, and here we go. We're going over in a different direction, but it's all good.
sorry.
Corporate, when they move you to salary, 9 times out of ten, when they make you a supervisor, they move you to salary. So there's going to be days when you don't have to put in the whole 8 hours or whatever, but there's going to be other days when you're going to have to put in 10 hours, and they just don't want to. They don't want to deal with the overtime of it. That's why they shift you to salary.
My mom went to God rest her soul. When she was at Kmart, Mr. Davis, she actually asked to go back to being a regular because she was a supervisor or manager, and she wanted to go back because the hours she spent there is not was not she wasn't getting compensated correctly. So she was, I want to go back to the floor.
Yeah,
So at least I get
Yeah,
one.
because it
yeah,
don't pay you right. Like what Ed was saying, if you can salary for 3 days, you're not getting the true benefits like what the company offers because you're only working 38 hours. And the only time you can really get your insurance and all of the benefits that the company has, you got to work 40. So I'd rather
Well, if
be
you're on
off
salary, I think they
four
still pay you.
days.
that's the
No, they
trick. That's the
don't.
No, that's the trick with retail, Carol. A lot of the retail jobs, that's why you work, less than 40. Like say most of them are 30 to 36 hours.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That way they
Mm-hmm.
don't have to pay your health insurance.
Right.
Okay, you're still
Mm-hmm.
considered to be a part-time employee.
That's correct.
You
Full
know,
time is
so
40.
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I mean again, if you can be productive and do 3 12s or 4 10s, whatever it is, why not enjoy that extra day off? You know what I'm saying? I mean, people got a life as well. There's a lot of things that you have to take care of in life. Paying bills. If you're on a homeowner, you got to do your home maintenance. Your yards and all that other kind of stuff. If you're a DIY person like myself, I did all my own work on my own cars, right? So you got to have that extra time to be able to do that stuff.
I think, Mr. Davis, and I could be, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I think anyone's watching here in El Paso, I think Clint, which is a city outside of El Paso, it's a little city, a town, I guess you want to call it. The Clint Independent School District is now running on a 4-day school schedule.
I was going to mention that too, George, because you're right. They're trying to do the 4 day for schools.
Yeah, they're doing it
And,
here. Just one of them,
and
anyways.
it's hard on parents because they're like trying to figure out how can I get my kid picked up and I don't have an extra day, and that's daycare on
Exactly.
top of that.
That's one of the conflicts. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
well, I mean, when the big headed folks up top making the rules, they don't think about the little people on the bottom and what side effects. I mean, I think they need to do that investigation just like they make the drug companies, to do the trials and so on and so they can work out what all the side effects are to this drug before they put it out on the market. They need to work this stuff out before they put it out. You know what I'm saying? You can't disrupt people's lives that way.
Well,
You
the
know what I'm
parents,
saying?
the parents, what they could do, just put the kids in the closet, give them the alcohol, and there you go, daycare.
Lord have mercy. So you want to be like the article we did a little while back where the woman had all the kids down in the
Oh
basement?
yeah, that's right, right? Yeah, exactly.
We don't
Come
have
on, Joe.
basements in Texas though, Ed.
Well, Carol, I promise you, there's some homes in Texas
Yeah,
with
there is.
basements.
Yeah, there
Okay,
is.
it's just not a common. It's just like it's not common here. The places it's more common at is in like in New York and stuff like that, and other places. But
You
no,
know,
they
you know, it's,
they
it's funny you mentioned that, Mr. J. Sorry to interrupt you. It's just what Mr. Carroll said. Is what you just said, Mr. David, is true because, like here, right here in El Paso is dry humidity, so a lot of areas here have rock walls, right? But when I went to Dallas, especially when I went to go work over there, I noticed a lot of wood walls, like wood fencing. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
There's no
everything
rock
is
walls.
wood.
Yeah, because of the humidity. And I didn't think about
Hmm.
that. I'm like, oh wow. So you're right, Mr. Davis. There's some parts like in Texas. Here in El Paso, yes, I know a few people that have a basement. But it's just, I guess back in the day, is it true, Mr. Davis? I know, I'm not trying to date you, but when that Cold War, the atomic stuff, was it true that they actually ran drills during school? for the atomic bomb or something like that. What I've
Yeah,
heard.
well, I'm not gonna say atomic because I wasn't around that time, but I mean, we always did, fire drills and stuff like that, So I mean, it was earthquake stuff, it was always been that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's right. You guys have earthquakes. That's
It's
right.
gotten a lot more advanced now,
I
Uh, uh,
hear the kids here and don't even do that anymore, Ed.
Oh, really?
and again, it just depends on the state and the school district, I mean, and I'm not against this. My thing is this: I respect every state's rights to, for certain level of, their laws within their states, guidelines or whatever within their states. But at the same time, you are part of the United States, so now we get into federal laws and requirements. So I mean, it's just like, okay, let's go here. Weed is legal in what, over 16 different states now, or it might be even more than that, but it's still federally illegal.
You're right. Yes, sir.
So bottom line, LAPD or whoever, here, they can stop, okay, as long as you don't have too much, you good, right? But if a FBI guy happens to come up on you for whatever reason, or an ATF guy comes up, a federal officer comes up on you for whatever reason, they can lock you up for having it, even
Oh
though you're in a
wow.
even though you're in a state where it's legal.
Well, I remember as a kid, when it was a fire drill, we got out of the building. When it was a tornado, we just measured ourselves and bent down and tried to get close to a wall. But
So,
now I don't know how these kids are doing this without it's shootings.
right,
How do they
right.
know what to do with that?
I don't
Well,
know.
they have
Shooter
active shooter
exercises too.
drills.
Yeah.
They warn
So,
us. I have kids in the system. They warn us when they're about to do that. They tell us to talk to our kids and talk to them about what they need to do, and what is what to do in regards to contacting me or giving me a sign that they're okay.
Pedro, can I ask you something? You
Mhm.
as a parent right now, and when you grew up as a student, right? What can you say about? Is it an indictment of our community about what you just said? Active shooter drills, or
yeah,
back in
active
the day,
shooter
my day
drill.
was fire drills and like tornado
Right,
drills, but
right,
not.
Tornado
right,
drills, that's
Yeah,
right.
right.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
So,
For myself, it
And they're
was
taking the kids'
earthquake.
cell phones.
yeah.
so,
So how
Well,
you
now they're
uh,
teaching the
gonna have
kids
them put them
this?
up and stuff now with this new. I think it was like a new law that passed in California. They're trying to take cell phones out the room and for kids to
Yeah.
pay more attention. Um,
well,
also,
I mean,
mhm,
I get it, but on the other side of that, I'm against it because how many times are the kids the ones that call the police? You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm against it on that level. I mean, I'm with it for them. They should not be on their phone during class. But if something happens, man, like I say, in an active shooter situation, you these kids need to be able to do an emergency thing. So,
The
and
way
uh,
I
and
look at it in the
now
future is every
the way I
classroom
see
gonna have
it,
a panic bar.
well, now in the schools, when you go to the office, now you can't just walk in like before. Now it's locked. You have to hit the doorbell. There's a camera on your face, making sure everything's good. They talk to you through the intercom,
yeah,
and they tell you
I
what
mean,
you
it's a
need,
lot of different,
any
a lot of
business.
difference,
Yeah, it's more, and I feel safer like that. You know why? Because you know, active shooters, if they're gonna happen, it could happen anywhere. You know,
right?
but I've been seeing more in red states as the statistics are coming out. The states are having higher uh 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 crimes that happen with guns and
Whereas,
stuff like that.
right, where it's more common for people to carry guns in those states. So, but
I would
anyway,
think we
we're
need to. Oh, I'm sorry, Ed.
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish up, Carol, and then
I
we
was just
move
gonna.
on.
I was just gonna say, hey, I think we should go back old school with the beeper. Do they still make beepers?
Oh,
And that
that's
way
right,
you
huh?
can call. You can't carry the phone. If they gonna lock my phone up in class, can I have a beeper to call somebody for help?
Well, you can't call nobody on a beeper. I mean, again, you
No,
have to call somebody's beeper. right?
You're right.
You had
You're
to
right.
dial the page. So, but
You're right.
anyway, let's go here. So I want to get into this last article because number one, we're beyond that point where we should be getting to it, and also this is the fun part of the show. Not that listening to George all the time is not fun. Uh, uh, but check this out. This one's about different traditions, New Year's traditions
Today on
around the
Coffee
planet. Go ahead.
Time, fascinating New Year's traditions from around the world. As the countdown to the new year begins, we're taking a tour of unique and meaningful New Year's traditions from across the globe. These customs, steeped in cultural significance, aim to bring prosperity, luck, and happiness for the year ahead. 1. Spain, the 12 grapes of luck. In Spain, it's all about timing, eating 12 grapes at the stroke of midnight, one for each chime of the clock. This tradition, known as Las Doce Uvas de la Suerte, promises good fortune for every month of the upcoming year. 2. Denmark, smashing plates. Danes take a spirited approach by smashing plates and glasses against the doors of friends and family. The pile of broken dishes symbolizes how much luck you'll have in the new year. The bigger, the better. 3. Greece, onions and pomegranates. In Greece, onions are hung on doors as a symbol of growth and rebirth. At the same time, smashing a pomegranate at the entrance of the home is believed to bring prosperity. The more seeds that scatter, the better. 4. Japan, 108 bell rings. Buddhist temples in Japan ring their bells 108 times at midnight, representing the cleansing of 108 human sins in Buddhist belief. This ritual purifies the spirit and prepares for a fresh start. 5. Scotland, first footing. The Scots celebrate Hogmanay with first footing, where the first visitor after midnight brings gifts like coal or whiskey. A tall, dark-haired male is considered the luckiest first guest. 6. Philippines, circles of prosperity. In the Philippines, circles signify wealth and prosperity. People wear polka-dotted clothing and surround themselves with round objects, like coins and fruits, to attract fortune. 7. Ecuador, burning the old year. Ecuadorians burn effigies called Años Viejos, representing the old year. The fire symbolizes leaving behind misfortunes and starting fresh. 8. Italy, red for love and luck. In Italy, wearing red underwear on New Year's Eve is believed to invite love and good fortune for the year ahead. This vibrant tradition has its roots in medieval times. 9. South Africa, tossing out the old. In parts of South Africa, old furniture and appliances are thrown out of windows, symbolizing a fresh start and the removal of past misfortunes. 10. Chile, cemetery sleepovers. In Talca, Chile, some families spend New Year's Eve in cemeteries, sleeping near the graves of their loved ones to connect with their spirits and bring blessings for the coming year. Conclusion. New Year's traditions around the world offer a beautiful reminder of our shared desire to welcome joy, luck, and success. From smashing plates to wearing red, these customs celebrate hope and renewal in their unique ways. What's your favorite New Year's tradition, and how do you plan to celebrate this year? Let's share and inspire each other. Now, back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
I don't know why I keep thinking about them folks in the Philippines and them circles and polka dots. Man, I mean, I bet it's crazy over there right now. Everybody walking around with polka dot everything on.
Right?
Ugly.
Okay, you know.
Yeah, like I'm drunk. I haven't drunk a beer yet, but I see polka
And
dots.
I'm seeing dots.
It's funny.
You know, and
Ugly.
then I don't know. I think the you know, and then how about that one where they said in Greece where they no, the other one Dutch, the
Oh,
Dutch,
the plates.
where with the plates and glasses. How's that good luck? I mean,
I've heard of that.
you
Yeah,
got
I've
to
heard of that.
start the year by cleaning up a mess in front of your house.
Destroying dishes.
You know,
Well,
I
I
mean,
wanted my tradition, Mr. David, when I was younger, is party hardy, but now that I'm getting older, sleep. So that's my tradition for New Year's.
you know, and what about South Africa? You throwing your stuff out the window. Well, that ain't good luck for the person that got to clean that stuff up.
Well, I
You
think in
know,
Greece also, isn't it? Oh, not Greece. Yeah, isn't it Greece
well,
where they also do the plates?
Well, no, it was grease. The grease they did, they throw the glasses, the plates and stuff. That's for weddings and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay,
They
okay,
do that
okay,
stuff.
okay,
But
okay.
but according to the article, well, maybe it didn't get into the article, but when I was doing the research, I know Greece said they hang they they tack an onion to the door
Yes,
to
yes.
symbolize growth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they take a pomegranate and smash it on the ground in front of the door, and the wider pattern you get, you know how the seeds are spread, it means the better prosperity you're going to have that
Oh,
year.
really? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
I
try that
mean,
with a tomato. See what happens.
That's
Lord have
not the
mercy,
same
Joe.
thing, George.
Lulu's like, what the hell are you doing?
Exactly. Now you got to go clean that stuff up.
Right? You do it. You clean it. Yes, sir. Yeah,
That
yeah.
part. So, but yeah, I mean, so, and yeah, I mean, again, this is just some stuff they gather from around the planet. I mean, I know in other cultures there's a lot of different stuff. Just here in America, I know with being raised in a black community, I know black eyed peas and chitlins.
Yeah, I
That's a
call them shitlins
that's a,
because that's
that's a
what they smell like.
it's a standard tradition. I mean,
So you would listen to Black Eyed Peas or what?
no, the black eyed peas. Period. You eat black
Oh,
eyed peas
For good
and
luck.
chitlins.
oh, okay,
Right.
okay. Or the
That's that.
gizzards and all that?
No,
No,
shitlins
what are
are
you
the
getting
intestines.
gizzards? That's in the turkey. That's in the stuffing and
Oh, I
whatever.
don't know.
But
I'm just.
right, but no. Again, I mean, that's just certain traditions. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? I
Mr.
mean,
David, let me ask you this. And just because when I moved to Dallas, I heard a lot of ham hock. What is that?
It's a
ham.
ankle. It's an ankle of a cow.
Oh, okay.
Why they call it a ham hock? Wouldn't it be a pig's ankle?
Good question.
No, no.
It's an ankle of a
I
cow.
mean, ham is
Maybe I'm
pork.
wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm
Ham
wrong.
is,
But it's an
ham is
ankle.
hock. You know what
That's
I'm
what my
saying?
mama told me. Now she could have been
Okay.
wrong. She
Mama's
could have
never
been
wrong.
wrong. Comment on it and just tell us what is a ham hock.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
it's
remember Boucher? My mama says. My mama says. Remember that one? The
so let
movie?
me go. Let me go here, George. A lot of people don't understand this as well. The origins of soul food. Okay, soul food was created technically back in slavery time.
Slavery. Yes,
True.
sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
it was all the stuff that the slave master did not want to eat off of the animals that were slaughtered, such as chitlins,
Oh,
right?
okay.
All this kind of stuff, right? So the slaves, they were given those scraps, right, as for their food, and then they just learned how to season, prepare, and all this
What
other
part of the
kind of
body is
stuff.
that? Oh, a cow.
What?
Intestines.
Oh, is that what it is?
Well, it's
Yeah.
actually
The tripe.
cow, right? Cow intestines is tripe. Pig intestines are chitlins.
Chitlins.
Oh,
Right.
see, I didn't see. I'm 51 years old. I didn't know that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, but again, it's just that they learn to take those delicacies, George, and make it not
Now you have
delicate.
to.
Well, they're delicacies now, but they
Yes.
learned how to take those scraps and make them taste good.
No, I
You
hear
know
you.
what I'm
No, no, you
saying?
guys
You know,
work with
I mean,
what
just
we have. You know.
When you see
just
somebody carrying a red bucket, you know they got chitlins in them.
you know,
Right.
just I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, and nothing. I love Pedro and Monica, but come to find out, Pedro's favorite food is what is it? Eggs and what something with
Oh, beans and
and with beans on it. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
That's good, man. What are you
Eggs
talking
and
about?
beans?
Heck yes, that's the best in the West.
I mean, I've never tried it, so I ain't knocking it. It doesn't sound like a good combination to me.
Eggs and
Me
beans?
either.
Yeah.
No.
What? Mr. Dave, when you come to El Paso, I'm going to sit you down and give you eggs and beans. Trust me. I'm going to
Okay.
make you,
How do
what
you
you
do the eggs? I mean, what is it? Scrambled eggs? I
or
mean,
sunny side up. You don't do it
or
together. You
sunny
put it
side.
separately.
No, Monica
So
said
what?
she dumped some beans right on top of his eggs or whatever.
Well, you can do that too.
I mean,
Have
they
What
eat.
kind of beans? Are they
Oh, that's
pinto?
true. Refried or yeah, you're right. That makes a difference too. pinto beans or refried or what they call charo beans or so. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
you're right.
and they do that in Europe as well. They eat cold beans for breakfast.
Yes, yes, sir.
Mm,
Man, come on now, especially cold.
No,
Oh,
I won't eat that. I'm
no.
sorry. No. But Miss Carol, just
Yes,
so
sir.
we go out in the band. You want to hear a quick joke about the word harassment?
Work harassment.
The word
Okay.
harassment. So a
The
teacher,
word harassment. Okay,
the
come on.
teacher is doing an ESOL class, right? She's okay. The final
I don't know
exam.
what the ESO
Oh,
class
English
is.
as a secondary language. So in other
Okay.
words, from you're gonna learn, you're a Spanish speaker, but you're learning English. Okay.
Okay.
So she has a class, and she goes, okay, the final exam, you have to. I'm gonna give you a word, and you have to use it in its proper way. Okay, I'm gonna give you a word, you use it in the proper way. So she used, okay, the word is harassment. And so girl Jennifer raises her hand, ma'am, okay, Jennifer.
there we go.
At work, they do not let us do, they do, how she said, at work, they go against sexual harassment. And she's like, well, okay, but not really. But yeah, you're getting the hang of it, but okay, I'll give you that one. And then another kid, John, yes, John, go ahead and tell me. You know, a teacher at our job, they do harassment training. She's like, well, okay, but okay, I'll give you that one. The last one, of course, is Sergio. Sergio, yes, tell me what the word harassment is. Well, you know what, teacher? The other day, my wife caught me with my girlfriend, but I told her harassment nothing to me.
On that note,
I
we
got a
have
joke
come.
for you, George.
Yes,
Okay, go
These
ahead,
are all the
Carol.
gentlemen that's on the line. Okay. It was this guy, he went into the bar and his head was the size of a softball. And everybody say, damn, what's wrong with his head? Anyway, he went up to the bartender and he said, "Who give me the strongest drink you got?" The bartender gave him a drink and it just spilled all over him because his head was the size of a softball. Anyway, bartender started serving all the rest of his clients. And he finally come back to me and say, "What the fuck happened to your head?" I'm sorry, I'm cussing. "What happened to your head?" He said, "You won't believe it. I was on the beach last night and I just was walking and in come this wave and a bottle just appeared. So I went and I'm like, okay, I'll touch this bottle. When I touched the bottle, out come this beautiful woman, and she said, "I'm your genie. I'll give you any wish you want." Now, he say her hair was just flowing on her back. Her eyes were just luscious. Her body was everything. And he say, "Shit, my one wish is just to make love to you all night long." She say, "Ooh, no, sir. That's against the rules. I can't make love to you." He say, "Well, what about a little head?"
Oh,
And
his
there
Lord.
he
Lord have
was.
mercy. All right, all right. Well, on that note, we are at the end of our time. Man, 24 has been one crazy year, y'all. But we've reached the end of it. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day. And please,
No
please,
class tomorrow,
please,
right?
no,
No class
sir.
tomorrow. No show
No,
tomorrow.
no coffee time tomorrow. We
Okay.
will be taking the day off for tomorrow. So, but I hope everybody enjoys their New
Be
Year's and
safe.
New Year's Eve. Be safe. Most importantly, please be safe out there. There's going to be a lot of drunk folks out
Yes,
there.
sir.
There's going to be, like Carol said, find somewhere to hide if they shoot in your area because you don't know where them bullets going to come back down at.
Well,
Right.
you know what I did
All
put
that
on
kind
my
of
on my
stuff.
Facebook post, Mr. Davis, just to I told everyone, please be careful tomorrow if you're driving. If you do need a driver, call me. I don't guarantee you'll get there, but we'll have fun.
That part. So, and that's what we always try to do is, be informative and also have
Have
fun.
fun. Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate everybody's participation in, what we're trying to do here at Blinding at It, whether it's coffee time or whether it's
But you know what,
participating in our
Mr. I
interest
need to
groups.
interrupt you. I thank you
You
because
always interrupt me. So you don't hate it. You just
I
do
He
it.
know.
do. He
But you know
do.
what,
But
Mr. Davis, we have Miss Carol and Mr. Prejudice. We have to thank you, Mr. Davis, for coming up with this idea earlier this year. At first I'm like, I don't know about that, but it came out to be a success. So thank you, Mr. Davis, for being, every
thank
day,
you, Ed. Thank
every
you.
day
This
coming on
this
Well,
board
has
and
been the best thing that has ever happened to my life. And I live in Dallas. I
Well,
appreciate everything. Pedro,
well, I
George,
mean,
Ed, Brittany, everybody that's involved. Thank you for just
well, we
making my
appreciate
blind
you as
life
well.
better.
We
Made
Amen.
my
appreciate
blind
you
life
as well.
better.
We
Thank you.
definitely appreciate everyone. Monica, Gloria, my brother Daniel. I appreciate all y'all. Ever again, as always, I'm gonna do this in parting now. Please, please, please. I hate to beg, but please, please, please like, subscribe, follow, hit the notification bell, share, comment, whatever you can do on whatever platform you watch us on. Please, please do it. It helps the community grow and allows our words to get out to more and more people. The information that we're trying to pass on and share within our community, the awareness that we're trying to create within society, period. Please get it out there, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. And on that note, Happy New Year's to everyone, and we will see you again in the new year. Have a blessed day.